Hey guys, welcome to workout 4A. I just want to talk a little bit about the workout and talk to you a little bit about protein. Here's one of the proteins that I like. It's Synthesis 6 vanilla ice cream. I usually get vanilla. I try to stay away from the ones that have too many carbs in them because I add a lot of fruit and spinach that I put in there. Sometimes I put collards and kale, which are your higher greens, nutrient-wise. So your nutrient-dense vegetables are going to be your greens, collards, mustard greens, the ones that just honestly taste like shit. But if you get them in and find ways to make them tasty, you're going to get everything you need all in one. I use a little NutriBullet or a Ninja. I actually have found that works better than a NutriBullet. I've gone through 3 NutriBullets. And in the beginning, I used to put frozen cherries in there, pineapple, your sugary type fruits. And that kind of got me to just kind of wean it off and then getting to the best fruits, which are going to be pomegranates, cranberries, all your berries, blackberries, blueberries, raspberries. Those are the ones you want to get in. Find the ones that you like and get them in there. They're the least sugary of your fruit. Strawberries, which you would think have a lot of sugar content, really don't when you look at it, and are packed with nutrients. And then take a handful of greens, throw it in there with your protein powder. Sometimes I'll put spirulina in there. I'll also put turmeric in there, which is known as a natural anti-inflammatory. So Synthesis 6, the best ones are going to be your organic type proteins. Don't buy the cheap stuff, because if it's cheap, it's the same reason you don't want to eat cheap food. It's usually shit and garbage, right? So today's workout is called the Matrix. It is specifically designed to kind of focus on strength training and involve the upper body and as well the lower body in getting your heart rate up. So it's an interval training, a high intensity interval training. So we're going to get your heart rate up and then bring it down. So if you need to pause the video, especially for beginners, and catch your breath a little bit, then please do. After a while, you're going to want to keep up with me. And after a while, you're probably going to be going faster than me when we build this up. The mat at the end will be for our cool down, where we'll do the core matrix, bringing back some of those exercises that we did, and then some new ones focusing on the core of the body, which is one of the most important parts of the body that we don't want to neglect it. So just kind of follow along with me. The one thing is all you need is dumbbells. Today I got bench steps. You can use a chair if you want. So we're going to be doing just our squats fast. Bench steps, you can get them really cheap at Dick's or Walmart. You can just use stairs that you have at the house, or I've used ottomans, anything, a stepper that you step up to put things up on a shelf. You can use that as well. Just make sure that it's safe and you're not going to fall and hurt yourself. So grab your water, your mat, your dumbbells. All you're going to need is maybe 5s or 10s. All I got is 10s right here, and you'll find that that's all you're going to need. It'll get you good enough, and then progress it. So again, like I talked back in my last video about, we want to progress the workouts, but without increasing the times too much, because we know that time is very hard for most people to find these days. So let's keep progressing the workouts without making the workouts longer. So grab your dumbbells, and we're going to run through these really quick. The thing with the light dumbbells is that you're not going to have to worry so much about your form. Good posture. You don't want to be lifting like this, right? You know you're going to start tearing stuff up. Don't pour the milk out. Keep your chin in, right? And tall. Lengthen that spine. Put the space in between your vertebrae instead of crushing it. Grab your dumbbells, right? So everything is going to be in 30. So if we count and we're alternating, right? We're going to I just count out 60. So we're going to count out 60. So a standing bicep curl, we're going to start off with our pulls, then we'll do our push phase of it. So that's the easy way to kind of think. We're either pulling something towards us or pushing something away from us in 3 planes: sagittal, frontal, and transverse. Front to back, side to side, and rotation. Never neglecting one movement more than the other. And that's a common thing I see with most people in the gym. Most trainers, the same thing. They're just constantly working the same movements, neglecting that side-to-side movement, and especially neglecting the rotation. So you're gonna see all those movements when we're going. Let's work on a little balance here. So if you need to, you can start here with just a toe tap if you're falling all over the place. So chest up and curling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, right? 30 on each arm. All right, so we're gonna go into a row. So flat back here, don't be like this or you're asking for trouble. Get your hips back, just like if you're in your deadlift, right? And then pulling back towards my pocket. All right, so as fast as you can with form, and you're gonna do 60. Boom. All right, opposite foot here, and now we're gonna do a hammer curl as if you're hammering nails, and 60. Good posture. Make sure you get 60. Good. I'm taking a little break here. All right, so if you notice right there, when I started losing my balance, I put my foot down and caught myself. You don't want to be swinging that knee around and that ankle, right? If your knee is going outside of your foot and your ankle is rolling, catch yourself. You'd rather do that than roll your knee or tear or sprain an ankle. See, all we're doing is upper body, and I'm getting my heart, you can hear me, I'm already kind of out of breath here. You gotta pause, okay? You know if your heart rate, right, we wanna get it up there, but if you're starting to feel dizzy or something like that, stop, take a break, catch your breath, right? And so that's the one thing with me not being there, I can't catch that. You gotta catch, you gotta listen to your body. All right, so let's get a high row in there. So high row, instead of pulling towards my pocket, I'm kind of bringing the elbow up. And when you're rowing, think about moving that elbow, right? Front to back, I'm bringing something towards me. So hinging from the hips, right? Pulling my legs away from the band like we talked about with the deadlift. I don't want to go down with the spine. I want to go down with my hips and then bringing the arms up, right? So let's get 60. Keep that core tight, low back tight, brace it, abs, right? If you want to kind of come up a little bit more, that's fine. Make sure you don't lose count, because if you have me counting, you know I'm going to put a little bit more in there for you. I forgot where I'm at. I think I'm at 2, right? Woo! Nice job. Catch your breath a little bit here. All right, so we got your pulls already done. We did a high pull, a low pull, a hammer curl, and a bicep curl. So here what we're gonna do is we're gonna go into our squats. So if I have my bench or my steppers, we can use that. Again, you can use this chair like we did last time. All right, so here we're gonna do 30. We're gonna get that heart rate screaming, right? We're gonna go a little bit faster, chest up, tap. Try to put your head and shoulders through the roof. Good. You'll notice those larger muscles, right, when we're doing those, you're gonna really get that heart pumping. Okay, so now we're gonna bring that heart rate down. So let's focus on the core a little bit, on the ground. Catch your breath. So you can hear me huffing and puffing. Catching your breath literally means bringing your breathing back down to normal. Then you know that you're ready for the second round, okay? So down on the mat. Right here. All right, so let's get our glutes first. So heels together, squeeze. We're gonna do 20. Squeeze your butt, release. 1, 2, 3. So a little bit faster than we did the first time, right? Catch your breath, squeeze. 7, 8, make sure you get 20. 9, 11, 12, 19, 20. Reverse tight rows, chin on the floor, hands underneath or to the sides, squeeze, come up. $17, $18, beat me. Did I beat you? All right, Mackenzie presses, right? Get your feet together, make sure your hips are on the ground, shoulders back, no shrugging, right? Like a turtle sticking its head out of its shell. Here we go, elbows in and back. Set it every time if you have to. Eventually, you'll just normally do it. Everything is technique. Don't half-ass stuff. The technique is so key. Probably feeling that in your triceps, right? Let alone are we straightening and stretching it, but we're getting those arms too, the backs of the arms. Women love to get the backs of the arms. I don't know how many of them told me, hey, what do I need to do to get the fat off the backs of my arms? Well, you can do all that all day long. You've got to burn more calories than you can. I can do triceps all day long, but if I'm not burning calories, I'll never get that fat off. Okay, so meaning burning more calories than you're taking in, right, to lose the weight. All right, so full locust, Supermans. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Reach across the room with your arms. Open up that chest. Get those thighs off the ground. $18, $19, $20. And I want you guys to kind of hear me. You know, one thing that motivates me is music. Put some music on in the background to get you going. I don't want to put mine on. I don't want to drain myself out so you can't hear me, but just a little tidbit. Music is something, find those things that motivate you. If you got a board like this and you're writing like, you know, hey, get with it. You're right, or a motivational quote, right? Here's one for you. Move it or lose it. I'm sure you've heard that. If you don't move it, even your brain, if I'm not using it, it gets weaker. Your muscles atrophy, go away. Plank, let's get a minute. All right, we all know the setup for the plank. Here we go. Let's take 5 deep breaths. 1, 3, 4, 5. Nice job. Grab your weights. Time for push. All right, gonna be pushing, moving away from us. Now, if you have shoulder problems, going overhead is something that's just gonna tear it up, especially if you're pouring that milk out. Look at that, you're begging for trouble. Especially if you start lifting with some rounded shoulders, keep them back, okay? So, grabbing the weights, we're just gonna do 10 here. So just a little bit, opening up, 2, 3, use your shoulder blades to do the movement. So you're gonna feel it more in your back, really, than you're in your shoulders right now. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, okay? These are called scaptions, not right in the front, not out to the side, but in a Y type position. And we're gonna alternate. So shoulders down and back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right. So, all right, you can either drop weight here or carry your tens. You know this is going to be a little bit heavier because it's a smaller muscle working our shoulders, right, than our backs. So they will tire out quickly. So you can drop down to 5. So if I got 10s, I might go down to 5s. I might go down to 3s. I might just use my arms, okay? Goal here is to get 30 on each side or 60 total. So here, all right, so here's our front to back, sagittal plank. Balance. Hey, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. Boom. All right, so taking it out to the sides, you're gonna be burning, all right? The burn is what we want. The burn is a metabolic type conditioning, which is gonna put muscle on, right? Not stack muscle on, but the muscles are gonna help us burn calories throughout the day. We want that, we want that. I promise, especially women, I'm not gonna bulk you up. You're not gonna look like me. It's not gonna happen unless you start injecting testosterone, right? Don't worry about that. If you still, like later on, if you start getting more programs with me and you're like, I'm getting too big up top, then I'll tell you where you wanna be with your reps and sets and wait to make sure that you're not putting more size on. Sagittal plane, opposite foot up. Sagittal plane is side to side, chest is out. Good. Right now, collect yourself. Breathe. Be here in this moment. Don't be thinking about dinner. Don't be thinking about that you skipped the workout yesterday or how I'm going to get it in tomorrow. You're 100% focused on this right now. When you do that, it'll carry over your day to day. You're 100% focused at what you're doing at work. You're 100% focused on what you're doing or what you're trying to accomplish in life. What your purpose is going after that, catching that. Man, I went 3 days of not doing shit. And this is what I want. I want to be the president of the United States. Whatever it is that you have, everybody has a purpose. And every day you should be taking steps towards it. And the best way to do it is to stay focused on here and now and quit being up in that mind where it's a waste of time, right? There's a quote that talks about worrying. Worrying takes away your peace at this time, right? So there's no sense in worrying. Here we go. We did side to side. All right, let's take a little bit of break here from our shoulders. I'm going to do triceps. Okay, so you're going to get back in that bend. Don't hunch that back. Don't pour the milk out. Chest is up. Shoot the hips back. Notice I got the curve back in my back. Bring the arms up. Kick them back. 60. Don't let those elbows drop. Keep that curve in your back. See if you can stay with me. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 34, 35, 36. Keep those elbows up, breathe in. Boom, 60. Rotation, okay? One of the hardest things, a golfer's swing, a baseball swing. Have you ever seen a kid doing this with their arms? Right? So these are uppercuts, okay? Notice how I'm on my toe here. Yeah, and then I'm gonna drop that heel down and then get on the toe here, pivot. It comes from my legs. You're gonna notice me drop and come back up, pushing off the ground, okay? That's where all the power comes from. Catch your breath. All right, here we go. Notice how I'm stopping before my elbow gets over my shoulder, so I'm not hurting myself. A little bit safer, right? And as we progress, I'll show you a progression of this where we actually take it overhead. Okay? Let's do 20 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Nice. Catch your breath. 30 squats. If you've got to pause, pause. Catch your breath and then come back. We go back down on the floor to finish it up. Here we go. Sumo squat. Normal squats are here, guys. We're sumo squatting still, right? Tap and come up. Chest is out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Too easy, go faster. Too hard, slow down. Get that 30. 21, 22, 30. Nice job. All right, let's finish up on our backs. Let's hit the glutes and let's get a reverse plank in, okay? That reverse plank, way more important than most of the planks at this time. Side plank is just as important, but we need to strengthen the back side right now, right? Usually tight, weak on most people. Tight in the front, weak in the back, okay? So, right here, feet up, 20. Push that foot through the ground. Don't push the hips up. Push the legs back into the ground. Just like you're running. This leg's going forward, opposite leg going back. Get your 20, and then switch it. Good. All right. A little bit of V-sits. All right, we're going to tie the lower and the upper body. We're running short of time, so let's tie 2 exercises in one, right? So, right here. 1, 2. Tongue at the roof of the mouth. Swallow. Look up at the ceiling. Tap and come up. Pull your stomach in, in. 18, 19, 20, right into your reverse planks. Bent if you need to. Straight out as you advance. Hands down. Weight on your shoulder blades. Tuck your chin into your chest. Pull your abs in, flex your feet. 5 deep breaths. 1. If you listen to my breath, mine will probably be deeper than you because I've been strengthening. You might be, so you might have to take 6 breaths, right? But as you deepen it, you won't have to, usually 5 is be about 45 seconds to a minute. Keep your lower back, the part right underneath your navel, from collapsing. That's the spot you're pulling up to the ceiling. Don't let it fall. 2, 3. I'm getting a little bit more in there for you. Hold it up, come on. 4. Hold it up. And 5. Well done. Yeah. Getting a little bit more intense. So, right, 30 minutes is all you're gonna wanna do that. Your heart's probably screaming. Let's stretch for a little bit, cool down, calm down, grab some water. And then you're gonna see, watch as we progress this workout, what you're gonna be getting in 30 minutes. So everybody's got 30 minutes. Every day, 30 minutes. My students, and you hear it on the football, you watch NFL, 60 minutes a day. That's including adults. That doesn't mean the adults are excluded. That means everybody should be doing activity 60 minutes a day. And if you want, I'm gonna be posting it up on my stuff of what the National Academy of Sports Medicine recommends for strength training, which I think minimum is 3 times a day with like heavy weights, and getting your heart rate up high like we did today 3 times a week for about 20 minutes. I'll put all those norms in there and make sure you guys, if you have questions, ask me. But 60 minutes a day, I think six out of 10 people in the United States would be out of shape. 6 out of 10. They're not even getting those minimums, right? And I see it more and more in my students, my elementary students. every year are the most unfit kids I get all the time. So let's stretch the neck a little bit. Coming down, make sure tuck your chin in. Take 2-3 deep breaths. Anything that's tight on you that you know, stretch it. If it's not tight, don't stretch it. It's a waste of time. And actually, it'll do more harm than good if you're stretching a muscle that doesn't need it. Grab your water. Remember, right? You're drinking half your body weight in ounces of water a day. Good job, y'all. See you tomorrow.